foot. We are in the grasslands of northern New Mexico. We're about to drop down into this little hidden canyon here, find a nice spot for the night, and check things out. So come on, let's go. A little history on Melvin Mills there. He's the guy who came down here and settled in the late 1800s, and he planted a huge orchard, over 15,000 trees, and he was ultimately wiped out by a flood in 1904. Several of the trees are right over there. We're gonna go. There's some ruins down here we're gonna explore, and it should be a good time. It's always a good time down here in this canyon. We've made it to the canyon floor. Just gonna go down here and cross the river and go to one of our little camp spots back here. Hopefully no one's there. Alright, we made it to camp. We got all set up here. Got some work done earlier. It's been a little windy. We were going to camp up there on top of the ridge up there, but down in the canyon tonight. It's a nice fire pit there. I've never seen somebody make log seats with backs like that. That's pretty cool. Though we probably won't have a fire tonight because it's so windy and it's pretty dry down here, so probably not a good idea. Good morning. It's the next day here. things have definitely calmed down. Gonna get a cup of coffee started and walk on over down to the river. A lot of turkeys out this morning. So this is a new addition to the camp setup. We got Starlink. A lot of the times I don't really want to be connected to the outside world, but I need it to send and receive work. So we got this little battery pack attached to it to make it wireless, and you can charge it if you got a USB solar panel. Plug it in right there. Just got this old camera tripod. Alright, we got it aligned. Sun is coming up. So we just gotta send this work off real quick and then we'll be ready to play for the rest of the day. And we just email that off and we'll be ready to go. You ready to go play, Miles? So here's our setup over here. Got this USB folding solar panel plugged into the Starlink. Free electricity from the sun. Pretty awesome. And you gotta hand it to technology. We are 30 miles to the closest small town. And we got internet, electricity. We got an adventure cat. We got everything we need out here. He wants one of these birds. Gonna eat some breakfast and then head over there. See that tree line over there? That's the Canadian River running through there. Go get some shots of that. Couldn't ask for a better morning. So even though it's so early, I'm almost thinking about just staying put, staying down here another night. There's plenty of areas to go hike, and actually if you just take this road, ends right down there where it doesn't end, but once you hit the river right over there, it's closed to motor vehicles, and that goes into a pretty substantial wilderness area. Here's the Canadian River, just right down from our campsite. And this is the river that flooded Mills out in 1904. Pretty tame today. I think we're gonna get hit with a little rain for sure. Little fire pit there. Nice view. The wind is picking up, getting a few sprinkles. I can see some blue sky over there. Won't be too bad. So the original plan was to head towards Colorado, but looks like it's going to be 19 degrees and snowing there in a few days. So I think we've made the plan to start heading southwest towards the Gila National Forest, southwestern New Mexico, where the weather is perfect. I like it around 65 for a high, 40s at night, perfect camping weather. It's raining pretty good now. Good thing we set up this awning. We just retired inside. Maybe we'll just kick back, take an afternoon nap. And it's times like these when you wish you had a rig you could stand up and sit down properly in. And just like that, it's over. It's like we're all good now. It's the way it is out here in the wild. Well, it's turned into a lovely evening here. We've just been gathering firewood and getting ready for the night. So we're going with the lazy man dinner tonight. Good old Frito chili pie. Except we don't have Fritos, we have organic corn chip dippers. Should be alright though. Another morning in the canyon. Miles caught a mouse over here last night, so now he's obsessed. So we're going to get started here. We're going to get this all cleaned up. And we're going to move to another part of the canyon, check out the ruins. Finally got all packed up. Heading back across the river to another part of the canyon. There's a little nice campsite over there right next to Mills' old bunkhouse. We're gonna camp over there for the night and check that out. It's been a nice spot for the past few nights. This is one of those places that's kind of hard to leave. But here we go. Made it to the next campsite. I call this the table camp. And this table is from the late 1800s, from Melvin Mills days. Perhaps they came down and had a little picnic. Now, right at the base of that rock wall over there lies the ruins of Melvin Mills' bunkhouse. We're gonna go explore that a little later once the lighting gets a little better. Right now we're just warming up a burrito. Gonna have a cold one, a little afternoon siesta. Check this out though, when I backed up, I was just trying to align with these trees kinda, and when I got out, the first thing I saw, look at this. How cool is this? It's a piece of Native American pottery. And it was just right there. And it probably got washed down here with the rains. And this area was frequented by many tribes who hunted and fished the Canadian River, had camps down here. And they also used this area as an escape route when the white man came. They would do wagon raids and disappear into the depths of the canyon. Here's another look. Crazy to think that this thing was made by someone and probably hundreds of years old. It's pretty awesome. It would be cool to take something like this home, but you're really not supposed to, so just gonna leave it right there for someone else to find and enjoy, and hopefully they'll respect it as well. So this is the spot at the end of the road that we're on. It's wide open with no shade, but we're planning on getting an early start tomorrow. So I'm thinking about actually moving down here tonight. This is going to be an awesome view. Once that sun goes behind that ridge over there and we explore Mills Ruins, we're going to move down here. We're coming up on the ruins of Melvin Mills' bunkhouse. And there's Mr. Mills himself. Let's check it out. See the upstairs fireplace there, and the downstairs. Tumbleweeds guarding the entrance. Wow. It's hard to believe this old wood is still here after all these years. Still solid. They don't make them like they used to. So it's probably not a good idea to step there. Oh, look at this. I'd say this was some type of smoker, possibly a dehydrator. They would put trays in here and fire it up down there. Mills grew all kinds of fruits down here: apricots, pears, apples, walnut trees, all kinds of nut trees. Oh, look at this. Well, I'm not gonna try to go down there, but alright, I'm gonna put the camera down there so you can see what's down there. I'm gonna extend it. Looks like there's more ruins over here. Two doorways. It's pretty cool. This is the view Mills would have had from his front door. Not bad at all. I don't know, could you imagine living down here in the 1890s? Riding a wagon down that road we drove down? Be a venture for sure. So the sun is about to dip behind that ridge right there, and we're gonna head back over to the truck and we're gonna head down to that river overlook camp, get some shots of the river and settle down for the evening. Yeah, this isn't a bad spot, but if we can get a spot with the river and a view, hey, not that the view is bad from here. Here we are. Miles already likes it. Yeah, check this out. It's a good spot. Well, I think I'm gonna leave y'all with some drone shots here, and we're gonna close it down here for the night and get settled in, prepare for some dinner. And one final thing, tomorrow for the video, we're gonna stop by Mills Mansion in Springer. Appreciate everyone watching out there. If you made it this far, we got a lot of adventures on the way. We're heading deeper into the wilderness from here, so stay tuned. It's the next day. We're exiting the canyon here. Just wanted to show you a few more things. You can see those ruins down there in the valley there. And that's the building that they processed all the fruits from the orchards. Which, if you look down in the valley there, way down there, you can see a bunch of trees. That's some of the trees that are still standing today. And I read that they once had a tramway that took the processed fruits up to the top of the canyon to load on wagons and take to Springer. And that's where we're heading next, to get a look at Mills Mansion. Well, here it is, the old Mills Mansion. Looks kind of eerie. So I read somewhere after 1916, the bank took Mills Mansion, and when he was on his final days, he requested to be carried over into the mansion so he could spend his last remaining hours inside the house that he loved so much. So who knows, old Mills could still be wandering those halls and looking out at the balcony off into the distance at night. Well guys, I guess that concludes this adventure. Thanks for coming along. We're heading down the road towards the Rio Grande Gorge, do some hiking and camping. That will be in the next episode. We hope to see you there.